Hello, my name is Mia Burse, business analyst with Willis Towers Watson and featured author of today's book, Saving Money with Randall and Jerome. Journey with Randall and Jerome as they learn their first lesson in saving, earning, and spending money. Randall and Jerome are twin brothers that live with their mom. One Friday after school, their grandmother came to their house because she wanted to see their report cards. The boys were so excited to hand their report cards to her. "We got all A's, Grammy," Randall exclaimed. "Wow, I am so proud of you boys, and I want to reward you for doing such a great job." Grammy opened her purse and gave each of the boys $50 from her wallet. "Thanks, Grammy," Jerome said and gave Grammy a big hug. "You're welcome. Keep up the good work, you two," Grammy said. Randall and Jerome ran upstairs to tell their mom about the money they received and to ask her to take them to the store to buy a Nintendo and the new game that they wanted. The total cost was $350, and Randall and Jerome only had $100. "Boys, do you know how much those items cost? You don't have enough money yet," Mom said. "You still need about $250 more before you're ready for that purchase." Jerome then asked, "Mom, can't you give us the rest of the money so that we can buy them today?" "Yeah, Mom, that sounds like a great idea," Randall said. "Not today, but I do have something that I would like to buy for you instead. Let's get in the car," Mom said to the boys with excitement. Randall and Jerome were equally as excited as they looked out of the car window, wondering what their mom was going to buy for them. They arrived at the store about 10 minutes later, took off their seatbelts, and ran to the door. It was a toy store, but they had no idea that their mom had another type of gift in mind. "Good afternoon, everyone," the store greeter said. "Is there anything I can help you find today?" Mom replied, "Good afternoon. Yes, there is. I'm so proud of my sons for doing well in school, and I'd like to buy them a gift. Can you point me in the direction of your piggy banks?" The boys looked at each other with confusion and disappointment. "Mom brought us to the toy store to buy us a piggy bank? I can't believe it," Randall said. "I'm sad," Jerome responded to Randall as they walked out of the store with their mom. Noticing their disappointment and silence as they rode home, Mom said, "I know you two were probably expecting me to buy you some toys for doing well in school, but I wanted to reward you with something even better." Jerome replied, "Mom, what is so fun about a piggy bank?" "Well, a piggy bank is something you can use to save your money. When you receive money for chores or special occasions like your birthday, you can put your money in your piggy bank. When you have saved enough money for the special items that you want, you can take that money out of your piggy bank and buy it yourself," Mom explained. Jerome then asked, "Is that how you pay for things, Mom? Out of your piggy bank?" "Something like that," Mom said with a chuckle. "I use a bank account, which is where I put the income I earn from my job or the gifts that I receive to save for things I want. I also use my bank account to pay for expenses like our house and groceries." "Won't it take forever to save money, Mom?" "We only have $100 right now," Randall said with disappointment. Mom smiled and replied, "It really won't take as long as it first appears, Randall. Think about how much you earn from doing your chores every week. Each of you earn $20 every week from doing your housework." Jerome quickly counted how many weeks it would take for them to earn the rest of the money needed to get their games, and then said, "It will take us forever. before we have enough money, Mom. That's too long. Think about some other ways you might be able to earn some money that you can put in your piggy bank. There are so many other things you can do to save your money. Did you know that if you wanted to start using a bank account someday, you can also make money just by keeping your money in the bank long enough? It's called interest. Randall's eyes opened wide as he started to think about some things he could do and discuss the ideas with Jerome. What if we asked Grammy if we could help rake the leaves? Great idea, Randall. Let's ask Auntie if we can rake her leaves too, Jerome said excitedly as he turned back to their mom. Mom, do you think if we ask for $10 each to rake leaves that Grammy and Auntie might give that to us? I think that's a great idea, Jerome. Call and ask them if they're interested, Mom said. Randall then got a big idea. If they could find more people who wanted their leaves raked, they could earn and save the money for what they wanted in no time. Mom, what about some of our neighbors? Do you think Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Ms. Brown, or Mr. Thompson might let us rake their leaves too? Randall asked. Mom replied, it's possible. You can ask and see. Randall and Jerome made a plan so that they could save for what they wanted. They asked each of their next door neighbors and several family members if they could rake their leaves. Each day, after finishing their homework and chores, they would do 1 yard each day, and they each earned $10 per yard. Mr. and Mrs. Smith were so happy that they even gave Randall and Jerome a tip of another $20. In just a few days, they'd already earned another $100, which they put in their piggy bank for safekeeping. With their hard work raking leaves and their weekly allowance for their chores, the boys saved over $400, which was enough money to buy their new game in just 3 weeks. To their excitement, they even had money left over. When they realized they had enough money, Randall was ready to ask their mom if she could take them back to the toy store. Mom, we saved enough money. Can you please take us to the store so that we can buy the new game? Absolutely, Mom said. I'm so proud of you boys. You worked hard and earned this. How do you feel? Great, Jerome exclaimed. I'm excited, Mom. We even have enough to start saving for the next thing we want. Is it okay for us to open up a bank account? Is it too early? It's never too soon to start saving money, honey, Mom said with pride. Right after our toy store visit, the next stop can be a visit to the bank and to the store to earn the rest of the money you earned. The trip to the toy store was more fun for Randall and Jerome this time around as they walked up to the store greeter. Hi guys, I remember you. How can I help you today? We would like to buy a Nintendo, the boys said in unison. Their mom smiled and said joyfully to the greeter, they saved enough money in that piggy bank. Wow, that's awesome, guys. I'd love to help you get that game, she said. When Randall and Jerome returned home after paying for their items, they gave each other a high five before sitting down to play with their new game. We did it! We saved! The end.